First day of fall, and it doesn't feel like it. We are still very much in the heart of hurricane season, and now Major Hurricane Gabrielle is a Category 4. This exploded in strength late this weekend, and thankfully staying just enough to the east where Bermuda is avoiding by far the worst of the storm. Obviously some gusty winds on the island and higher surf, but thankfully the worst of the impacts of this major hurricane are staying well offshore, and thankfully it is already starting to move away from the island. By tomorrow, I think they'll start to see improving conditions as it continues to traverse most of the Atlantic as we go through the week and on into the weekend. Two other areas that the Hurricane Center is monitoring. One is this tropical wave a little closer to the Lesser Antilles. Notice it has a medium chance of developing as it stays maybe north of the islands and moves toward the Bahamas. Another one more in the central Atlantic has a higher chance of development. Now, as we look at our model comparison, the green is the Euro and the red is the GFS. One thing that you'll notice is that neither of the models does anything really through most of this week. It wouldn't be until maybe late week or the weekend. And what's also interesting is that notice the Euro is really showing a strong storm developing from that second wave, the one that has the high chance of development, whereas the GFS, a little bit more agreement with that weaker, more medium chance development, with the Euro not indicating much development along that one at all. And the Euro is just exploding this system in strength as it could get closer to the Bahamas. One thing that is very interesting is that with the ensembles, the Euro far more signals for that high threat or high potential development wave than it does from that medium chance, whereas the GFS has stronger signals for that medium and very, very few for the one that looks, and per the Hurricane Center, has a better chance of developing. So we will see, but thankfully neither of those look to be a threat for us. Something else in our near-term forecast is finally going to get an upper trough that brings in back to that less humid air mass that we enjoyed last week. Humidity started to increase this weekend. You can feel it today. This upper troughing, though, and as we were talking about last week, is not really the upper trough that would lend itself for more fall-like temperatures. What is going to happen is that this low becomes cut off for the main upper jet stream. What that means is the jet stream would help to bring down the fall-like temperatures. This one is going to cut off from that and really just to help to lower the humidity once again, in terms of not bringing much of a fall feel. May help to knock our temperatures down a bit, but certainly nothing dramatic as we head toward the end of the week and weekend. What that upper system is also going to help to do is increase our rain chances. So we'll start to see some rainfall on Wednesday and then as well early on Thursday. This model does kind of clear us out by late Thursday, Friday, mostly sunny skies. Some of the other models are a little bit faster with the front. Point is, though, it does look like we'll see improving conditions by the end of the week and the weekend. Now, with that rainfall also comes in a threat for some isolated downpours. So Wednesday into Thursday morning, then Thursday morning into Friday morning as that front sweeps on through. So at least we could see some isolated heavy downpours. Not that we want to see street flooding. It doesn't look like it would be a widespread issue anyway, but does look like at least we have a better chance for some isolated downpours, as well as Wednesday into Thursday morning, a low end threat for some severe weather. So thankfully we're getting at least a better chance of rain heading toward Wednesday, and I think that 60% chance more early on Thursday, and I think we're drying out by Friday with rainfall and humidity. And again, not dramatic, but at least our temperature is a little closer to average as we head into the last weekend of September with mostly sunny skies and very pleasant weather even going into early next week.